the only thing I know about the reactors now is that one of them turned out to be a crackhead. That's the last thing I heard.
Will has found some success as a dancer. He's appeared as a backup dancer in the music video for This Is America by Childish Gambino.
What? I hate that his role was the something about YouTube couples posting breakup videos just irks my soul. You know what I mean? Like, you know for a fact they purposely pose for that dramatic ass thumbnail. It's something about that just irks me. Golly, putting our relationship to the test. Oops, we broke up. Jesus Christ, that's a horrible way to end your channel. Why'd you do that?
Racist against rappers, they all look the same to him. They used to beg him not to egg him on Halloween. He told him holler back with the suede Pumas, dollar green. Nah, I mean, heated up till the temperature tarball. Y'all just gawk like gargoyle.
So, don't ask me how or why. The video I'm reacting to today is a third part in a 3-part series. And I recorded a reaction to the first 2 episodes, but OBS wasn't recording the desktop audio, so I was just silently watching a video and then occasionally yapping for no reason. So I'm not gonna fake a reaction. So we're just gonna move on to the third one and just, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just link the first 2 down below. I already looked at a couple of seconds of this one, and it seems like you don't need to see the other 2 first to understand this video. But this one is called, this is Where Are the X Reactors Now? A Case Study on the React Brand, Part 3 of 3 by Utoovoos. My whole thing is, I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, I wanted to be on the Fine Brothers so bad. I wanted to be a reactor on the Fine Bros channel, because I was thinking in my head, I could definitely be funny. Like, these kids aren't even saying nothing funny. You know, I low-key hating, right? You know, I was like, what, 15, 14? I was a hating ass nigga. But whole time, the Fine Brothers were telling these kids what they could and couldn't say. And they were cutting out a lot of the stuff they were saying. So it's like not even their fault. It was the Fine Bros trying to be squeaky clean and corporatized. So it's not even their fault that they came out so lame. But the only thing I know about the reactors now is that one of them turned out to be a crackhead. That's the last thing I heard.
Fine Bros reactors. They've been bestowed a weird dynamic of YouTube fame that's not really fame. Thousands of people know them, but they're not really celebrity status. A large number of them have moved on from the React channel for reasons.
How the YouTube giant behind kid react videos fractured under toxic workplace allegations in a resurfaced blackface video. Yeah, that wasn't the last video he talked about. Fine Brothers had a strange history and then tried to act all super squeaky clean. You can't do that. If you know you have an edgy past, you can't suddenly act all squeaky clean.
So where are they now? I've gone down the rabbit hole of researching the React channel for the past month. Now it's time for me to exit this rabbit hole, much like how these reactors exited the Fine Bros channel. Starting with and getting out of the way with the most depressing one, Leah Marie Johnson.
Yeah, this is the one where she I think this was the one she got into drugs or something. I don't know. Let me hear him talk.
After she was introduced in Kids React, she became famous due to being heavily featured on the Fine Bros channel. She became a YouTuber and famous in her own right, releasing a few songs that went quite viral. The horrible part about her story appears when she had to deal with being sexually exploited by a producer that she had worked with basically her whole life. So
what?
She started to abuse alcohol and drugs in order
to
cope with her fame and overwhelming lifestyle. But fortunately, she was able to get the proper help she needed eventually. She disappeared off the internet for 2.5 years, and she's now rehabbed and she seems to be doing much better. I'm
really glad for her. I didn't even know she had songs and stuff. I didn't know she went off to be a YouTuber. I just heard that she had she had got on the drugs, but I didn't know that she was getting abused by a producer, bro. I hope that producer gets put in front of a firing squad. That's crazy.
But I had like a little bit of a lapse, which is just like one day I like relapsed. But then the next day I was back on it and I was doing really well. So been doing really well since.
This was an extremely watered down version of what she actually went through, and Jay Aubrey did a fantastic video about her. So if you want to find out exactly what she went through, I'll leave a link.
Let me know if y'all want me to react to that video
in the description so you can check it out after. You know what? I'm actually going to use the term link in description a lot going forward for the rest of this video. So I'm going to shorten it and just say lid. So if you see this, you know exactly what I mean. So next up is Josh, or better now known as Shotgun Willie.
Shotgun Willie.
The gist of what he was going through was that he started to grow up and his personality started to grow as well. And it didn't fit the brand of the Teens React form.
Yeah, I seen a TikTok of him talking about how they were constantly cutting him out and telling him, you can't say that, you can't say that. I seen that TikTok. Shotgun Willie is crazy, bro. 13 million?
Bombs away, blowing up the White House on the list. Shining it right now. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all put me in a box in the Hall of Fame. Bombs away, blowing up the White House on the list. Shining it right now. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all put me in a box in the Hall of Fame. King of the jungle, best one out and so humble. 100 gold chains and a.
So he got that Eminem type of rap. Okay, understood. Saying you're gonna blow up the White House is crazy, especially in Trump's America, boy.
So he started to get uncomfortable because he was constantly being censored.
I wanted to do that shit so bad. I finally got there and I was like, fuck, I hate this. This is the worst. I'm like pretending to be someone I'm not on camera. I'm fucking like... Yeah,
okay, but after seeing that, I could see why they wouldn't want that, because you just made a whole video pretending to be a radical dropping bombs.
It was dumb. It was stupid. It was a waste of my fucking time.
But ultimately, he got dropped from Teens React because he posted a gun threat as a joke.
And so I just slowly started doing the dumbest shit to like try and get kicked off the show. And it just eventually got to the point where VidCon was coming up, a big convention for YouTubers. And I was just like, yeah, and posted on my Instagram story. I was like, packing for VidCon, and I had like my suitcase, all my clothes, and then on top of my clothes was a fucking gun. And apparently VidCon has people scoping everything out, bro, and they saw that story.
I can see why they got him out of here.
And I pulled up to VidCon. I got arrested. They let me go because I obviously didn't have a fucking gun, you know?
He always knew he wanted to do something on social media as his career, so he decided to commit to making music to break into the industry. He ended up flopping for a few years, just scraping to get by, but he was lucky he landed a hit and he made it as Shotgun Willie. Ever since, he's been busting out tunes and has been turning it up since leaving Teens React.
Okay, shout out to him, bro. He found his niche, he found his thing to do. God damn, this video is old. Glimpse of Us just came out 5 days ago. Jesus.
While Shotgun Willie was going out guns a-blazing from Teens React, his homie Troy Glass was sticking with him throughout all the thick and thin. It's cool to see that they're still friends to this day. Troy's also got a pretty insane portfolio as well. He was able to break into mainstream media for a bit, appearing in things such as Modern Family, True Blood, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What?
He also got a tied third place in MasterChef Juniors in 2013.
That's crazy. What?
His passion for food is quite clear, as he also appeared in Food Fighters in 2015, where he won $20,000 in a scholarship to the Culinary Institute of America.
Shout out to Troy.
This path of life doesn't seem like it was cut out for him. He left React in 2017 and is now attending his second year of college and is in an honors math class. The next ex-Reactor, Michaela, has probably the most nuttiest career out of everyone. That was a pun, by the way, but it will make sense in a second. She was a YouTuber for
oh lord, I already could see where she's going.
a while, but she turned to making skit content with her now boyfriend Jack O'Shea.
Sorry, I'm gonna be late. I have the plumber here right now and he's fixing my sink. Yeah, I gotta go. Bye. Hey sir, how's it going?
Oh brother.
You're just gonna need a new spray valve and then it should work properly.
Were my pipes dirty?
I don't know. I just checked the spray valve and the tailpiece.
Did you clean my pipes?
No, I just checked your spray valve and tailpiece.
In doing this, she cleared all her YouTube videos as it probably conflicts with her brand image right now. They're doing pretty well for themselves.
Okay, like I said, 3 years ago, are they still rocking?
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna be late. I have the
Jesus Christ, that thing is still the thing. Damn. So they do like, oh brother. Okay, so they do that whole they joke about this over sexuality in their stuff. Okay.
Another unrelated fact is that she was an extra on the cast of Sharknado. But if you Google her, it looks like she was a
What?
main cast member with how front and center it is.
Wow.
In reality, she only got a few seconds of screen time though.
Hey, nah. being in that legendary movie, regardless if you're an extra or not, is crazy.
Next up was Labib. He was also a YouTuber for a bit, but you could tell that he had a passion for MMA.
Ooh.
He took a break from YouTube, and now he's trying to gamify UFC with an app called KO. The idea of it is to make any MMA training remote. As the CEO and co-founder, he's probably dealing with all the back-end business stuff right now.
Shout out to him. I really hope that works out. That sounds dope.
They're in beta testing right now, and they're backed by quite a few big names in the tech industry. It's a pretty cool and novel concept, so if you want to check it out, Lid. Kennedy, the person that was the catalyst for a lot of reactors leaving React, worked with the Black Lives Matter movement for a while after she had left. Since then, she's successfully modeled for a few brands, and she's also trying to break into the LA scene as an actress.
Man, only like Guy Tang revolving doors. Okay, shout out to her. Yeah, she's the one that came out and talked about how they were weirdly prejudiced. And they were low-key kind of giving the white reactors more screen time than the black reactors. But then the black face resurfaced, and it just kind of like validated everything she was saying.
On top of this, she's running her own podcast with a friend called Tevin, where they chat about things relatable to millennials and Gen Z. Lid. Kaylin had a similar route, and she's been on productions in California, LA. She's appeared in a few films, but it seems like she's focusing on the production side of things now, doing more things behind the camera. She seems
low-key, people who work behind the camera get paid. And then plus, if you have a real passion for it, you don't care to be the star of it. Like, some people understand that they don't need to be the star to enjoy the creation.
Seems to be enjoying what she's doing, so I'm glad that she is. View seems to have made it his career the fact that he's tall. He is 7'1".
What?
7'1". He makes content surrounding this fact.
This is a queen bed.
I didn't know he was 7 foot tall.
Yeah, whatever. At least let's just see if I fit in the shower. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is great.
And he's found the most success on TikTok, where he currently creates the most content.
As long as he's not like that one TikTok family that lied about everybody being stupidly tall. Cause
Lid. Will has found some success as a dancer. He's appeared as a backup dancer in the music video for This Is America by Childish Gambino.
What? I hate that his role was the
dancer. He's appeared as a backup dancer in the music video for This Is America by Childish Gambino. He's been building his credit on screen fairly well.
Never have I ever heard of that. The Badass Babes. The Little Mermaid Live. What? Disney Club Penguin Island. What? Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? Yo, this nigga was really getting some money.
Well, appearing in quite a few different things. Dash has also been building his on-screen credits pretty well. His most well-known character that he plays is Brian from Fresh Off the Boat. So he's like successful. Chriselle is currently studying at Chapman University while simultaneously building her film portfolio as well as keeping up with her social media.
Some of them are really smart for just turning the React into a genuine career
video game.
Even though Fine Brothers eventually flopped.
Hi guys, so yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was gonna get Employee of the Month. And
I would flex that too. No lie. No lie. Look, I ain't mad at the method.
Michelle has rebranded to the Wicked Lady, and she's developed a pretty big Instagram following because of it. She's also got a YouTube channel and streams from time to time. Lid. There's also a couple more reactors that have turned to music for a living. Jonathan, now known as Dramathan, makes Out Punk, but is more a social media manager of Kill Rockstar Official. Casey, although still in high school, has been making music and posting it to YouTube and Spotify.
Okay.
Derek is now a lead guitarist in a band called Say So Band. He also does photography in his spare time. Although Marley has been acting, she's recently put a focus more on her music. She's had a lot of experience playing with a variety of bands.
She looks so familiar. Like, I don't mean as in like from videos. I think I might have ran into her in person before. I'm not sure.
And also has a whole bunch of singles released. lid if you want to check them out. So those were the ex-reactors with the more now exciting careers. The next few reactors have turned to generic streaming / YouTube content creation due to having some form of social media presence from the trickle-down popularity from their time on the React channel. However, they're quite cookie cutter and there's not that much that separates them from the content creation competition.
Damn, my God, you didn't have to terminate them like that.
It's more of a,
He said cookie cutter, nothing about them is different. Who did this cutout? Holy shit, who did this cutout? Oh my God, that's pissing me off. Hold on, y'all can't see it. Who the hell did this cutout? Now, you know damn well you could have did a better. That must have been back in the days where you had to actually click each like individual cut. You probably couldn't use the magnet tool. Sorry, I'm talking about Photoshop shit. I was in yearbook.
yeah, I was on the React channel for a bit, but they haven't been able to shake that image since. Starting off with Tori, she's definitely moved on from Kids React and she's got some humor about it.
Honestly, at this point, you could comment that
Brings me back to when you reacted to the Kids Bop versus the original.
saw me in like any React video ever, like made up or real. I don't remember anything I've ever said or done in like the last like 7 years of my life. You could tell me that I
7 years is crazy. We are really old. And it's even older now. What is 8, 9, 10 years now? Jesus.
was in Teens
Jesus.
Reaction pissing in a bucket. And I'd be like, yeah, I remember that one. For sure. Or like, I didn't like what you said and that college kids react to MILF tits, real or fake. That was f***ed up, dude. Yeah, it probably was. I'm sorry I said that.
She graduated from UCLA in 2020 while she was still creating content with her now ex-boyfriend Eric Beckerman. They broke up at the beginning of this year. He now only occasionally posts to his
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Eric Beckerman. They broke up at the beginning.
Something about YouTube couples posting breakup videos just irks my soul. Cause why, you know what I mean? Like why, like you know for a fact they purposely pose for that dramatic ass thumbnail. It's something about that just irks me. But like I said, this video 3 years old. Let's go. Let's see. Wow, that breakup must have really fucked him up. He just stopped altogether. Damn.
Of this year. He now only occasionally posts to his YouTube. Tom uploaded some graduated from UCLA in 2020 while she was still creating.
Tori Vasquez, is she still posting? I gotta do a updated checkup on these because I don't know. Tori Vasquez. Damn. The breakup must have really tore both of them up. Golly, putting our relationship to the test. Oops, we broke up. Jesus Christ, that's a horrible way to end your channel. Why'd you do that?
Creating content with her now ex-boyfriend Eric Beckerman. They broke up
why did you end it on that note?
At the beginning of this year. He now only occasionally posts to his YouTube. Tom uploaded some YouTube videos to his channel, but is much more of a Twitch
Boston Tom
streamer now. He mostly plays whatever he fancies.
Alright, let's check out Boston Tom. He seems like he's actually Boston Tom. What is up with these guys? Did all of them just stop?
Chelsea is carving out her acting career while simultaneously streaming on Twitch. She also consistently posts.
Alright, let me see here. Come on, Chelsea. Did they all just stop after this video came out?
On Instagram to work on her photography. Lid. Olivia now studies at Edinburgh Uni. I couldn't really find out exactly what though. And she exclusively posts to Insta with a decent following.
Okay.
Seems like she's just living her life and vibing. Madison finished her bachelor's degree in communication studies and public relations, but she's basically a social media influencer at this point. She's been trying to build her own fashion/lifestyle brand. Ray has turned to Twitch where she mostly plays Valorant, League, and Apex. Seth tried to play the social media game after he left React for a while, but seems like he dialed back from it.
Okay.
These following reactors are all the people that went out and actually went to go get a proper job. Starting off with Alberto. He's studying to become a doctor. He's
shout out to him.
Currently working as an emergency medical technician.
I'm
in charge
of taking patients that are in critical care in the ICU that are on respiratory distress.
That's gotta be like a funny like story to tell people, like like after you save them, because I'm just gonna speak that into existence. After you save them, they're like, hey, weren't you on that React channel?
Stuff like that, from hospital to hospital or hospital to nursing home. So we are in charge of taking care of the sickest of the sickest.
Rachel focused on her career in creative strategy and digital production. She's now a programming coordinator at Netflix Junior.
Good job. Get that money.
On top of that, she's had a massive life milestone by getting married as well. Another person that got married was Michael, and he's had a kid already as well. He's still in college, but his main focus now is playing football with the
Shout out to Michael.
TCU Horned Frogs. His sister is also on a similar path, focusing on athletics. She's competing on the 400-meter tracks at NAU and studies biomed while she's off-field. Did you know you have rights? Sean probably says you do. Sean started a law firm at the end of 2021.
Oh my god, look at it. What happened? No, you should have kept the hair, gang. Why'd you cut the hair, bro?
On top of that, he's also a nutritional and fitness consultant.
Okay,
Understandably so, man's looking
okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. I was not aware of your power level.
good. Geordie has followed her passions in material culture, fashion, and social history to London. She's currently working as the culture editor for the Vintage Woman magazine, as
I'm actually really happy for all of these people. There's nothing wrong with getting a regular job.
well as copy editor for the Association of Dress Historians. Ethan James has become a digital account and campaign manager at Ampersand, which is amusing considering he doesn't have any social media anymore. Sydney has interned for a bunch of companies and ultimately has landed her job as a distribution analyst at Viacom CBS.
Jesus.
Jessa has become a project manager at AT&T, a
AT&T?
telecommunications company. He's kept all his...
Hey! I'm gonna need you to hop on my case, Brody. AT&T been losing service lately. What's going on?
other social media private. Dylan went to UCLA to major in economics, but he also got a minor in film. He's now an accounts analyst and is interning as an area manager at Amazon. The rest of the ex-reactors seem to have left the social media landscape entirely and moved on to live their own private lives. Some Insta accounts haven't been posted on in over a few years, and others have been straight up deleted. I think that was everything, so let me know if I missed anyone or anything interesting in the comments. Alright, I hope you...
One of the kids, Ethan, became a streamer too. He was starting to beef with one of the streamers that I like. So yeah, man. Hey, that was a good video. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with getting a regular job. I work a regular job, so I'm a regular nigga. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about that like I'm not, like I don't got work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, hey, shout out to the reactors who got regular jobs. Shout out to the reactors who started chasing their dreams. And shout out to the reactors who were able to turn their react into an actual career. I'll never be mad at somebody who used a blessing as a crux in order to launch their career. I'll never hate on that. I can't hate on the Fine Bros, though. They should have definitely put me on that. I would have gone crazy.